In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 9, 2022, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Utah Jazz versus Atlanta Hawks. The Utah Jazz play the first of 3 games on the road Wednesday when visiting State Farm Arena to face the Atlanta Hawks in a matchup between division leaders. Utah leads the Northwest Division and has won 3 straight after defeating the Los Angeles Lakers 139-116. Atlanta leads the Southeast Division and has won 3 straight after defeating the Milwaukee Bucks 117-98, which was Milwaukee's first loss of the season. Utah's Jared Vanderbilt is listed as questionable with a hip injury, while Atlanta will play without Bogdanovic, while Trae Young is listed as questionable with a shin problem. The Jazz are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 road games and 6-0 against the spread in their last 6 games overall. The Hawks are 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 home games and 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games playing on 1 day's rest. The under is 6-2 in Jazz last 8 overall. The over is 6-2 in Hawks last 8 overall. The Jazz are 4-0 against the spread in the last 4 meetings. The Jazz are just about at full strength except for Jared Vanderbilt, who is questionable with a groin injury, while the Hawks have ruled out Bogdanovic, while Trae Young is listed as questionable. The Hawks showed that they are more than capable of beating anyone, even if Young isn't able to suit up, as the Bucks found out on Monday. But the Jazz have been one of the surprise teams of the league. They are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 road games and 4-0 against the spread in the last 4 meetings overall. The Atlanta Hawks are going to get the benefit of the doubt because they're at home, and it feels like everybody is waiting for the shoe to drop with the Jazz. However, hosts who have been around since the preseason know I've been hyping up the Jazz, saying they're not your typical team that's supposed to be in rebuilding tank mode. The Jazz have talent, and I don't think this run is a fluke. This should be a close one. So the Utah Jazz to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Atlanta could get its leading scorer back, providing an additional boost to an offense that dominated Milwaukee down the stretch on Monday. The Hawks have multiple high-level scorers in the paint and on the perimeter, while Utah has one of the deepest lineups in the league. Atlanta has gone over the total in 6 of its last 8 games, and it has gone over in 7 straight games against a Northwest Division opponent. Both teams rank inside the top 10 in average possession length. These have been 2 of the best offensive teams in the NBA this season, and I would be surprised if this game is low scoring. This is going to be an exciting up-tempo game. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Detroit Pistons versus Boston Celtics. Detroit will try to build on its win over Oklahoma City when it travels to Boston on Wednesday night. The Pistons had lost 8 out of 9 games prior to their 112-103 win over the Thunder. Boston extended its winning streak to 3 games when it picked up a narrow win at Memphis on Monday. Looking at the betting trends, the Pistons are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 road games, 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 games against a team with a winning record, and 4-9 against the spread in their last 13 games overall. The Celtics are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 games against a team below .400 and 2-6 against the spread in their last 8 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 8-2 in the last 10 meetings in Boston. The Pistons are 4-0 against the spread in the last 4 meetings in Boston, and the Pistons are 8-0 against the spread in the last 8 meetings overall. The Pistons could be shorthanded again, as Marvin Bagley is listed as doubtful while Alec Burks is questionable with a foot injury. The Celtics are just about at full strength except for Robert Williams and Danilo Gallinari, who are still out. The Pistons haven't had much to cheer about this season, but they will be feeling much better after taking down the Thunder in an upset win on Monday to snap a 3-game losing streak. However, the Celtics are coming into this meeting with plenty of momentum, and they just took down the Grizzlies thanks to yet another big game from Tatum. It's hard to imagine anything but a win for the Celtics at home, but the line is so hefty, and the Pistons are 8-0 against the spread in the last 8 meetings overall. So the Detroit Pistons to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both these teams prefer to play fast, and neither has been consistent defensively for most of the season. Even though Detroit has been limited offensively, this should be a wide-open game. Tottenham is playing as well as he's played in his career offensively, and he comes into this game averaging over 30 points a game. The 24-year-old likely wants to be in the MVP conversation this season, and he should get a good chance to put up big numbers in this game. Cade Cunningham has stepped up his game after struggling early in the year. Detroit should be able to score enough against a Celtics team that hasn't been as focused on the defensive side of the ball this season with Udoka gone. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. New York Knicks versus Brooklyn Nets. The NBA's brethren that call the Big Apple home collide on the hardwood in an Atlantic Division matchup. It's the New York Knicks making the cross-borough trip to face the Brooklyn Nets Wednesday night. New York comes in off a 120-107 road win over Minnesota Monday night, winning outright as a 2.5-point underdog. In their previous contest, Brooklyn was edged 96-94 on the road by the Mavericks Monday night, though they covered the line as a 6-point underdog. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Nets own a 105-101 advantage and have won the last 7 meetings. That includes a 110-98 road victory in the most recent matchup on April 6, 2022. Looking at the betting trends, the Knicks are 13-3 against the spread in their last 16 road games, 10-4 against the spread in their last 14 games following a win of more than 10 points, and 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. The Nets are 12-38-1 against the spread in their last 51 home games, 1-4-1 against the spread in their last 6 games against a team with a losing record, and 3-10-1 against the spread in their last 14 games overall. Head-to-head, the over is 5-2 in the last 7 meetings overall. The Knicks are 20-8-1 against the spread in the last 29 meetings in Brooklyn, and the Knicks are 14-5 against the spread in the last 19 meetings overall. The Knicks have ruled out Mitchell Robinson while Quentin Grimes is listed as questionable. The Nets will again be without Yuta Watanabe, T.J. Warren, who are both injured, and Kyrie Irving, who is still suspended. New York is averaging nearly 5 points per game more than the Nets and are shooting. They also control the glass in this matchup as the second best rebounding team versus the second worst rebounding team. Brooklyn is 0-3-1 the last 4 games in which they were favored, and the Knicks have picked up 2 straight wins against the spread on the road as underdogs. The Knicks were really struggling before their upset win over the Timberwolves on Monday, while the Nets will be looking to bounce back from a painful loss to the Mavericks. The Nets open as the favorites at home, but Durant is having to carry the entire team on his shoulders as none of the role players are stepping up yet. I think the Nets are still in a weird headspace, and coming home without Kyrie for the first time since his team-imposed suspension could be a slight distraction on the group. This should be a close one. The Knicks should take advantage of a short-handed Nets team in this one. So the New York Knicks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. New York has gone over the number in 6 of their 10 games on the season entering this contest. The Knicks have gone over the number in 3 of their 5 road games on the year, though their last 2 road contests have fallen short of the number. New York plays at a fast tempo, ranking 11th in the league in pace with 100.7 possessions a night, while they are 19th in turnovers with 15.3 per contest. The fast pace is what puts them in the bottom third of the league in scoring defense, as they are second in field goal percentage defense at 43.5% this year. Brooklyn has seen the under hit in 7 of their 11 games this season. The Nets have split their 6 games in relation to the total at home this season. The Nets are one of the slowest teams in the league in relation to tempo, ranking 27th with 96.9 possessions a night this season. Brooklyn has logged 5 straight undares entering this game and could force the Knicks into a slog. Combined, these two teams average 226.5 points per game on the season, but over the last 5 games it is 217. In the Knicks' last 4 games, the under has hit 3 times and 4 straight times in their last 4 road games. 5 straight Brooklyn games have gone under. Both teams are also on the bottom half of the league in pace, with the Knicks at 16th and the Nets 24th, and both are coming in from out of town. I feel the shooting will be flat in this one, and this total simply seems too high given what we've seen this season. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.